Yeah, what's up for a nightcap? Chill, you know, kick back.
All right, let's dive into it with my friends. We've got Leah Sampson in the building.
Hello.
We've got Trey Tutson. We've got Paige Crutcher behind Adultish Wines, and we've got Ben Jackson.
I'm here.
All right, the reason we brought you to discuss is because of that viral list that everyone's talked about at this point. Women's first date no-nos. Have y'all seen it? Yeah, I mean, it's 28 bullets, okay, from Cheesecake Factory, which are all the chain restaurants, basically, fast food restaurants. But you can't do coffee dates either. Ice cream dates are a no-go. Family functions are a no-go. You can't go to the house. No sporting events. I mean,
who made this list?
A woman and a lot of women who co-signed.
Yeah.
I co-sign on some of them. However, here's the thing. I don't even like to go to a Cheesecake Factory on my own.
Okay.
So I don't really want to go there on a date. It's nuts. I'm not going to say pick a different restaurant, but I'm going to be like, oh, you're a Cheesecake Factory guy? Okay, I see you.
You're going to say that out loud.
So
No, in my head.
Oh.
I'm going to say that in my
what's
head.
the Cheesecake Factory?
It's
guy?
just a chain restaurant. Like, let's go
Oh, that's
somewhere
just
like...
what that woman said in the video.
That's it. Like the Applebee's.
I'm conflicted.
Okay, Leah, speak on
I'm
it.
conflicted because, yes, the Applebee's, the Chili's, the Cheesecake Factory, those are all versions of the same restaurant, but in different hoods. They're kind of places that you eat because you ran out of gas and you just don't really want to go. Right? So it's like, come on, it's a lack of effort for me. But also, this list demonstrates that this man has money and a home. It's the one that's at the house. Now that's a husband. And that's
First
why.
date at a house. You'd go on a first date at someone's house?
If it's a house,
If he's on the mortgage.
there we go.
You feel me?
If
Because
it's a
he's an
house.
entrepreneur, he's a hard worker, he's a businessman.
And if he's inviting me over to cook for me, that's a yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
fellas, how do you feel attacked by this list? How do you interpret the list?
Y'all
Because
got
the
mine?
ladies have spoken.
Not really attacked. I think more so, it's more so one of those things where it's interesting. It's very interesting because women just,
All right.
they can't just say
We can
it.
put
You
through
know
the
what I'm
ringer,
saying?
impress us.
Impress you?
Yes.
You said
So
through
these
the
are good
ringer?
places for y'all. Like, how y'all feel about these places?
Sporting events, if you in
That's
the
lovely.
sporting
I would go to a
events, though.
sporting event.
You
Right.
can't go to a
There's a lot of
baseball
stuff on
game.
there.
That's fun because the game is slow. So
If
it's
she likes
always
it, like you
good to
said.
have. Well, no, you ain't even got to really be
True.
into the game.
True.
It's slow enough to where you can have a good conversation
true.
and it's kind of a background thing.
Yeah.
Basketball and stuff like that, it's a little faster, so you got to kind of be into it.
What's wrong with church?
Depends
That's
on
like
the-
2 years
I
of the
don't- I don't-
relationship.
How do you know someone's religious?
You can't talk during church.
No, I don't know what
No,
church you
you
at.
ain't supposed to be- Right.
we
It's a
sleep,
thing.
talk.
Right.
Church is a good thing because we get to talk about what everybody else got on. You be
Right.
like, that's what I'm doing at church.
And-
Look at that.
And you supposed to be sitting there, y'all hearts are open.
Yeah.
So that's what that's
This is the
about.
thing.
You know
what
what
are
I'm
we
saying?
doing after these things? 'Cause
Okay.
if-
But you're not even doing those things. So
What you mean?
what
No,
I
are
don't
you
do
doing?
that.
Where are you taking a woman
if
on a
I
first
don't
date?
really, I don't, you know what I mean? I don't really like to date. But if I was gonna do a first date, we
Right, the whole reason you're here is to talk about dating. So where
I
would
don't
you
really like them places to date to. Like them good spots
Right.
to go to.
Just-
we gonna figure out what we gonna go to next.
I think
Okay.
the problem is it's a situation where one person wants to be taken to a place upscale and
It doesn't have to be upscale. Like
I mean,
based on that list,
based on that list,
That
it
list
does come
gives-
Can we pull
across
the
as
list back
that.
up again, if that's okay?
But
I mean,
you know
because-
why this list is
because
this though?
you might have a
Director Ernie, can we get
Yeah,
that
go
list
ahead.
back
You know
up,
why this
please?
list is this though? Whoever made
Above
this
me?
list. Yeah. These lists. But this the thing. What you just said
Chris
is right.
Starbucks is cute.
Because
You write a
this-
movie there together.
What Ben said is right though. The person that made this list, you fit the description of the person that's supposed to be at these places. Right? Like you, I'm a beautiful lady. I would never take you here.
I got
would be
something-
like,
I
I
got something
can't
to
take
say.
a bowling.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna.
and then it depends on the conversation that y'all may have had. If y'all not, that's a conversation that should be going on. I mean, if you want to do the surprise thing, you don't surprise nobody with Applebee's.
That's true.
You know
That's
what I'm
true.
saying? You
That's
gotta.
give me a
Yeah.
heads up.
It's
Well,
just
you
a
can run
whole
into-
A
conversation
first date
that
is
goes
your
on.
chance to have a good impression. So if you think Applebee's is a good impression, I'm not the girl for you. Maybe
Facts.
a 10th date, like the Bloomin' Onion sounds good. Randomly, we're in our rotting clothes, like gym clothes. Let's go somewhere last
Our
minute.
rotting clothes.
You know, just like
What a description.
Y'all are great
Just-
women.
All right, hold on.
But-
Before we go to commercial, which helps pay for this show, I want to hear from each of you very quickly where you think is a good first date, because nobody's offered that to me yet. So, Leah?
Go ahead, man.
The most expensive prestige restaurant in that city.
Perfect. Okay, Trey?
Skydiving.
Okay.
I'm finna find out what you
From
about.
Mr. I don't like to go on
wanna
dates.
die with a stranger.
I don't like to go on
Skydiving.
dates like that. We going skydiving.
Okay. Wow. Paige?
Out of
I think
control.
like a cool, unique restaurant, kind of hole in the wall, maybe craft cocktails.
You
You
wanna
know,
go where the
nothing
roaches
special.
Not
I
that
don't mind.
special,
Not that special.
but special.
Yeah.
Ben?
The shiny shells.
Come on, Ben.
Go
You're the
ahead,
last
Ben.
one.
Go
Come on,
ahead.
baby.
Shoot, I'm gonna take her to Galveston. And I need to
No,
see.
you can't do a long drive. That's what it said on the list.
Galveston ain't
So
long.
she can go
I need to
missing?
see. No, I need to see what type of woman she is. If she a person that gets in the water, you can't take no woman home that gets in Galveston water.
No.
Y'all gonna both have it.
But if she survives, she a real one.
Well, y'all,
She a
I
real
hope-
something.
Listen, to our viewers in Galveston, Texas, I'm very sorry. Absolutely not. I've been to Galveston and I've been in the water. All right. Well, listen, you stay right there. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Nightcap. We've been talking about dating with my friends Leah, Trey, Paige, and Ben. Talked about that first date list that's gone viral, and we've given our opinions on first dates and where they should be. So now let's talk about the response list that a man came out with, which is the list of women he will not take on a date. Let's check that out. All right, we're talking single mothers, women with tattoos,
These not cool.
those who dress provocatively, models,
Women without fathers?
well,
It's not my fault.
divorcees, women on dating apps.
Party every weekend. Well,
Let
at
me
least
pick
it's not a
which one. Let me
Monday.
pick- I'm gonna pick the ones.
13 and 16
So
are the same
now the
thing.
purple hair women, that's who you take to Applebee's. Because she probably got to borrow something.
No, but see, but no, but what kind
Go
of
ahead.
purple hair woman? Because there's a purple hair woman where it's like,
We're
yeah,
not talking about what you do.
But no, no,
fabulous out
no,
here.
I'm not talking about me. I think this is
You
my
fabulous
this is
out
my
here.
TV hair today.
Uh-huh.
But if there's two different women, there's the woman that
Okay.
wears purple hair, and people are like, oh, I'm gonna take her to Applebee's. She gonna change my tire. And there's the other woman that wears a purple
Okay,
wig,
I
and they're
can
like,
say
oh,
that.
she's an art major. She's brave. Let's give her crystals. So what kind of purple hair woman are you talking about?
Both of them could possibly change your tire.
Just one is gonna design it. One is gonna design it exactly.
All right, let's get back to the task at hand.
right.
Fellas, I'm looking at you.
Uh-huh.
What are your opinions on the list?
That list was harsh.
That was a harsh list. That was harsh.
Okay, so we
Appreciate
don't
that.
agree.
Yeah, that list
That was
describes most
crazy.
of our mothers. I mean, like, I can't put my mama out there like that. Now, come on.
Mama Tutson, I'm so sorry for the disrespect your
Yo,
son
Mama
has
watching.
just shown.
She was 8 in the list. She was 8 in it. My daddy used to take
Y'all would be virgins if that list, if y'all went by that list.
Ben?
Oh no, yeah, that list was very harsh. Like the first one was like single mothers. They went
crazy.
straight in on
That's
the.
crazy. That's
It's like, whew.
yeah, that's a tough one. They had plus size on there.
Plus size women.
I want her. I know
know
we
what
gonna
I'm
get something good to eat.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
so
Like,
who is on our I will not date list?
oh, go ahead, Ben. You older. Well, Ben older than me.
No, I'm gonna let you get it. I have to ponder.
I don't have a
who
really-
I mean,
I don't really have a do not. I'm interested in the whole personality. I
Okay.
think man, I don't want to say nothing too crazy.
If she ain't got no teeth.
You can't be. It's certain things that can't be missing. That's right. You gotta have most of your teeth.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Most,
What about-
that's good.
Most of your teeth.
What
You
ab-
missing some molars. It's cool. We can go on an applesauce date. You know what I mean? If you missing molars.
Yeah.
But you got.
Not
you got
Applebee's, but
yeah,
applesauce.
applesauce. Exactly.
Okay.
No,
All right, ladies, what is your response to that list? And do you have a list?
No,
That looks like Kevin Samuel's like eulogy. Like
Oh.
Rest in
it's like
Jeez Louise.
Any dude in a
Jeez
suit.
Louise.
any man in a suit. That is the high value woman. Is that a bad word? It's okay. He all right. I think that is completely just it. That's every woman. Like every woman has
What is it,
something.
sex worker?
I think that
On-
people have
oh,
preferences, and that's okay. For me, I like a tall person. That's a preference. But if I'm in person and somebody approaches me, I might be more willing to go on a date with somebody who doesn't quite meet my height preferences. So I don't have non-negotiables. Like you can't not have a dad. Like I'm sorry, my dad is nowhere to be found. That's not my
That's
fault.
crazy.
Right.
Well, I think it depends on the person too. Not to be all like
Women on
Women
date now.
travel alone regularly. What? Because we're independent and like to
with
enjoy our
I just like
time.
you want me to set myself up to be
Hold on,
kidnapped.
Number 8.
Women who travel. That's
plus
insane.
size, women
This sounds like from someone that just hates like the 19th Amendment. That is like really unhappy.
Women previously
women
married.
have
Do you know
any
how
kind
many
of
people
leeway.
I run across on apps who are divorced with children that I am open to? I'm 33. Like my dating pool is shrinking. I gotta be open. So
Right.
like, if you're looking for something so special and shiny and like not purple hair and in the perfect,
You asking for a lot though. You want somebody tall with no kids.
I don't mind kids.
Is
It's
that-
just
No, I
such
mean,
a-
tall
my
with-
only
okay,
non-negotiable
you-
Sorry,
is
you
height.
can't do the tall thing, but
Yeah,
there's some
sorry
men
about
that
that.
are tall men out
If
there.
you say tall, I'm against
There are
anything
some men that are
tall.
tall.
I know, it's crazy.
I don't even care. When I get big, I don't get the tall
It depends
boy.
on the
I get-
person. Like I used to say, I would never date a guy that had children. I would date a guy that has kids because I've done it, and he took care of his child, and it was
I think it's a turn on.
Yeah, it is. And I've dated guys that have taken care of their kids, and then I've also dated guys where their mother took care of their kids, and I knew that because they lived with their mom, and we were in the same room in the house in their mom's house.
no.
But the point is, I just think it depends on the person. Like a single mom. I mean, my mom's a single mom, and like, hello.
Hello.
I have asthma, but I'm doing great. You know what I mean? So I think that's ridiculous
The
to have that on
promiscuous
there.
friends, I can understand somebody, but that's all based on opinion on who's promiscuous. But I can understand someone saying like, "Hey man, you hang with the whole crowd." So
So that sounds like that is a no for you.
I mean, because growing up, we used to say affiliation leads to simulation.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So if you
Okay, scripture.
no, no.
Scripture.
growing up,
I know where you from. Y'all weren't using big words like that.
Yeah,
in
we
a
was.
row.
Yes, we was. Yes, we
was.
was.
That was
Yes, we
back-to-back
was.
big
I'm
words.
telling you, I've been using it for a while. So so if you somewhere and a lot of things is going on right in there, it's only a matter of minute before you pick up something.
All right, coming up next, we're going to talk about what you should be doing on that first date. Like, should you be drinking? Should you not? Should you be texting? Should you be sending out alerts? Well, we're going to be right back. And in the future, I'm going to learn from the cocktail cowboy how to make this delicious beverage. So you stay right there. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Nightcap. We've been talking about dating, do's and don'ts, and what to do, what not to do with my friends Leah, Trey, Paige, and Ben. All right, we've had a lot of opinions fly. Okay, you comfortable?
Give them some time.
All right, so see, yeah, what was that phrase?
Don't say, see?
Affiliation leads to simulation.
Look like he done came
Bada
back.
bing,
He
bada
done came
bing.
back
You couldn't
from
even
the
say it,
break,
Geechee.
and now he's simulated.
Well, listen.
Now he all simulated.
Get your own identity.
Completely simulated.
No, put it
All
back
right,
up there.
so what I want to talk about now is what is the proper etiquette on that first date?
I
Showing
like to
up.
stick to, if I go on a drink date, I like to stick to like 2-ish drinks. Like I'm not trying
Two-ish?
to 2-ish.
So you
The
order
date's
three
going
and
well,
you
I'll
don't
do a third, but like I want to maintain, I want to drive myself home. Like I'm not going out afterwards.
Okay.
Don't want to get too horny,
Gotcha.
that's
Yep.
interesting.
Yeah.
You want to keep the inhibitions intact.
I want to see the worst of you immediately.
There you go.
That
Oh
way,
my God.
That
Up top,
way,
right here. That's
that
exactly
way,
what
I
wanna
know
see.
what's happening and if I should continue to
So you want
sacrifice.
them to.
Yeah, I mean, like I got get with on their will. Have them get a couple of drinks, because I know how to control myself. So it's like I want to see how you get when you drink a lot. Do you get fun? Do you get flirty? Do you get angry? Do you get horny? Do you get what do you do? Do you start saying crazy political things? Like what's happening? And that way I know that can continue because maybe I'm a little old-fashioned, but it's like, or I guess the opposite. I don't want to like go through all this time hanging out with you, being with you, and then that one night we go to an Astros game and they win, and then we just pop off, and then now I'm bailing you out of Galveston County. And how do we get to Galveston? I don't know. But
Keep going back to Galveston on the show somehow.
I want to see the worst of you. So yeah, drinking.
Wow.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah.
Complete opposite. Okay.
Whatever your
Trey?
demons are.
Yeah.
Whatever your demons are, bring them all to the table.
On the
Yeah.
first date?
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is why we're
This
going
is
skydiving?
wild.
This
You want them to
is wild.
scream?
Because we ain't got time to waste.
We ain't got time to wait.
If y'all trying to see folks' demons, you got to take them to Applebee's. Or Chili's or anything like that, because they're not going to let you do all that up in these nice, what's the little restaurant
nice
you
restaurant.
Come on now.
but like you
Yeah.
said, after, okay, we can do that after.
right.
But or the Applebee's did, you have the $2 Long Island iced
hold on.
tea.
Yeah,
you
you
gonna
tripping.
find, yeah. You gonna find out quicker.
Yeah, you're
You
gonna
know
find
what
out
I'm saying?
quicker.
Come on now.
This is how honest I like it to be just on the first date. I went out, we go on a date with this lady, we go out on a date. sat down. I went to clean my glasses, right? Clean my glasses. If y'all can't tell, my eyes dance. My eyes do a lot of Chris Browning, right? So I took my glass off to clean them. When I stood up, she had her hand out like this to shake my, like I'm leaving. I'm like, hey, what happened? She's like, what's going on with your eyes? So I go through this whole thing. Oh, they was born like this, hey, hereditary, blah, blah, blah. She was like, okay, well, thank you, I'm leaving. And she left.
Mid-date.
No, we sat down. We ain't even ordered water yet. I ain't even told them sparkling, regular, none of that. Like, I just sat down, cleaned the glasses, eyes got the boogie in, and she was like, I gotta go. And a lot of people felt it was rude, but I was like, that was the nicest thing anybody ever did for me.
She was your time.
Because I didn't spend $102
Right.
knowing
Wow.
nothing is going on.
Right.
You said what?
It's kind of awful. Like we have to.
My
take,
eyes crooked. It might have been $12. But I'm
Right.
just saying, there was a lot happening.
You gotta take some
Okay,
fault
you
in it.
appreciate
That zero was a
honesty.
one.
I appreciate the honesty, like just straight up, like just tell
Yeah.
me straight up what this is.
You gotta
Yeah.
take some
Yeah.
fault into it because you sent her picture. You gotta send her one with the straight.
Right, you
one
gotta show
with
them. Yes.
Nah, bro, this is,
You gotta see the video.
You gotta see these eyes live. My eyes like an indie band.
She probably thought it was a filter.
Yeah.
All right. Ben, Paige, Trey, and Leah, I really appreciate y'all coming. I wish you wonderful dates, whether they're with a committed partner or
yeah.
the first ones that you don't know how it's gonna go. All right, listen, there's a study out that says a high percentage of people say that they should remain sober and do dry dating. So that's why we've got this delicious Tom Collins I'm about to learn how to make from my guy, Matt Medina, after the break. Be right back. Welcome back to the Nightcap. I'm behind the bar now because finally the Cocktail Cowboy's in the building, Matt Medina.
Thank you for having me again.
And you're
I
here
appreciate it.
You're here to
always.
do what, baby?
Back
that
that
glass
glass
up. Finally. All right, and we're keeping it dry because we just talked about dry dating and how people are starting to really consider that they should remain sober on those first dates.
Sometimes you need to think clearly whenever you're deciding your partner or who you're hooking up with.
Yeah.
You should really think about those things.
All right, so what are you making?
So in the spirit of keeping everything zero proof, today we're making a zero proof Tom Collins. A classic, traditional, old school gin style cocktail. Basic ingredients, very straightforward. So instead of using a gin, we'll be using the Cut Above Zero Proof Gin. It's amazing, it works wonders, and it's an easy swap out when it comes to a one-to-one bill. Just swap it out for anything else.
Oh, perfect.
Freshly squeezed lemon juice, of course, because always, as well as some simple syrup, just sugar and water.
Easy
And then
peasy.
as we shake it all up, everyone's favorite, Topo Chico, bubbles, all day. With this
Okay.
one, we're gonna do 2 ounces.
That's right.
We're gonna make 2, so I'm gonna do 2 more, so that's 2.
All right, I ain't judging.
I'm gonna do 2 more.
Okay, so for you, what do you think is a good first date? Is a bar a good first date?
If you meet at a bar naturally, and you just happen to encounter them, of course, why not? It's your natural state, their natural state. I met my girlfriend that way, and she's my best friend, and it worked.
Hello.
But
Okay.
being on the other side, you've also seen those weird encounters too, where whenever it's like a Tinder date or a dating app date, and they come in and they're awkward and shy and nervous. You're awkward, shy, and nervous, and y'all need that liquid courage to kind of get out of your shell and be yourselves. Is whenever it gets weird.
Oh,
I'm always just like, be yourself and be natural, because drunk you is not you.
I don't know. I mean, according to Leah, that's your demons, and they're coming out. She wants to see them.
I mean, if you want to be that straightforward and kind of bring your demons out up front and be like, this is who I am, then by all means, have fun. But you gotta gauge them. You don't want to scare them off. You wanna keep them cash.
Right.
So I did 1 ounce of lemon juice, and then to double it up, I did 2.
Right.
And then for simple syrup, it's a 1/4 ounce, or since I'm doing 2, 1/2 ounce.
Okay.
So put that on there.
All right. So, what are your opinions on that list?
There was some that kind of got, and some I was like, I've done those before. So the one where it was a park, go to the park, I'm a big runner. I'm a big park guy. I love being outside. So I've had a date before where I've taken someone to Memorial Park. We walked the park. It's a 3-mile walk. That's commitment. That's showing me that you're down to do this, okay? That's a 1-mile, probably a 10-mile walk. And then if you do the whole thing, it's about an hour. So that's you just meeting somebody for the first time, spending an hour, hopefully in the not so hot setting, because sweat isn't that fun unless you want to lick it off.
Some people at home are judging you. A long walk. I mean, I feel like people enjoy long walks on the beach, not necessarily Galveston Beach, but maybe.
If I love going to Memorial Park, she better at least appreciate or allow me to do that, or let me do those things.
Yeah, of
So
course.
If she's
Of
cool with
course.
me going to the park, I know from day one, she schooled me going to the park.
Okay. All right. Okay, and as far as the list of women not to date?
That one was weird.
That was too much.
Yeah, it was a little too much. I'm not sure who that is who wrote that, but you should be single. That was way too picky, way too much. No mothers, no travelers,
Yeah.
and no partiers. You want a nun?
Yeah.
I
Probably.
mean, I didn't know what requires that to be a thing. I don't know. I was still lost. After he's shaking it up, of course, top it off with some topo. Keep it
bada
fresh.
bing, bada
Everything's
boom.
better with bubbles on top.
Yes, sir.
Just give it some little lemon wheel.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Keep it simple. Here you go.
Thank
Cheers.
you. You can drink this because it's 0 proof.
That's
Cheers.
right.
Oh,
Cheers,
look
y'all.
at these thirsty.
Oh,
okay,
no.
they thirsty.
Okay, let me get two more going
all
real
right,
quick.
You gotta start
Hold
making
on.
them. This is a first date for all of us, all right? I wish you well on your dating. Cheers. See you guys next time.
Cheers.
All right, they're putting you to work. I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry.
I see it. Oh, that's gonna be the mezcal back here real quick.